start a poll. All right, let me hold this. Okay, poll. What do you come to YouTube for? Question mark. Now, there's a couple of things. Tutorials. Check. Add option. Do DIY videos. Is that kind of the same thing? Makeup tips. Socialization. In chat rooms. Usually in true crime themed chat rooms because I like true crime. And then, so socialization basically, I guess, will be where the true crime part comes in. That is some of my reasons why I come to YouTube. But, good grief, I just woke up, so you guys have to excuse me. I'm looking a little rough this morning. What's up, everybody? It's Tuesday. How's everybody doing today? I feel like we've been, I don't know what it is, but it truly feels like we've been in a whole nother dimension ever since a certain missing kid's father summoned a deity. Am I the only one? Did I put it on top chat? I didn't change it from top chat. Is that everybody? Yep, there you guys are. Hey, Vanessa. Hey, Juicer. Hey, East PA. Hey, Donna, Roland, Trisha. Good to see you guys. In order to get a notification sent out, I put my video ahead of when I was actually going to start by 30 minutes. So hopefully there were some notifications. But, man, it's just been a complete shit show everywhere. And in real life, communication seems to be difficult. Hey, Crime Mobster. Hey, Karen. You told me how to say that. Both? Yeah. Sorry. I'm still waking up. You're not kidding. So yeah, it's like, but who, push 1 in the chat if you knew that YouTube started out as a dating app, which that's what's funny to me is that it really did start as a dating app, and that's literally what I've been able to use it for. How weird, right? Hey, Pittsburgh Nurse, good morning. Good to see you. I have the most random things in my purse. I love it. Yeah, it was, and from what I could see, I did a little bit of research because I wanted to be able to talk about it because I knew that's how it started. But I think it lasted for about a day. And there's this website called the Wayback Machine. And if you type in what date YouTube started on, which I've forgotten already, it pops up with the original background on what YouTube looked like on the Wayback Machine. And it shows you at the top that you were able to select what gender you were and the age range of females you were looking for. Like, it literally goes 18 to 99, which, dear Lord, if that's what you're looking for, wow. But I thought it was fascinating because, of course, technically I met my man on the YouTube, and we've been together for going on 3 years. So that was fascinating to me. But the reason that I found myself asking that question, because, you know, usually I try to talk something about everybody's going to relate to and that, you know, I'm relating to in regards to stuff, you know, in my life. And one of my big parts of my life is true crime and Dolly Vision and his channel. And so the reason that I went here with this topic, and look, you guys, I tried my lip stain that I got for my mystery boxes because I was like, I'm gonna have to try it first. I don't want to send anything unless it's, you know, A+, okay to use. I'm already squirreling, but it's hard to get off, but it works. as you see, my lips are stained. So, the reason that I was discussing this topic, let's get back on topic, is because I found myself in a couple of live streams yesterday, and I found myself thinking to myself, like, why am I here? What am I doing here? Like, what is the purpose of this? And it wasn't anything against the channel person or the person that was hosting the channel, because clearly I follow these people. Clearly I enjoy these people. I, most of the time, love the content. I liked the back and forth. Hey, Christina Renee. I received my package yesterday in the mail and wanted to tell you thank you for the pocket hug and all you put in, that little touch. Thank you. Oh, I'm so glad. That makes my day, because that's one of the fun parts for me, is packing up anything and shipping it. It feels just like a little bit of something that I could give joy to someone on the other side of the planet. And it's really funny because Dolly's like, PJ gives away all my stuff. No, I don't. But so I'm in chats yesterday, and I see, and I'm not going to mention the person's name, because clearly the person, in my opinion, needs to step away and go do real life for a while. But when we follow the certain channels that we follow, it starts to be like all of us, and it's repetitive with all of the same type of people as the base people. And so, like, we all start to kind of get to know who is who and whatever. And we start to realize there's some that are not, how do I say it without being mean? It's like, for me, I have stern boundaries. And when you're trying to build a channel, that's not really a great thing to have. Because if you're trying to grow a channel, and that's another thing that's on the poll, that should be on the poll. Some people come to YouTube strictly to make a business, to make a livelihood, to come on every day and talk about a strict topic every day, or post a video that's on the same topic every day. They don't socialize, they don't make friends, they don't go outside of their line. And that's where I am different, because I have a boundary and I don't tolerate much. So, like, if a certain individual, not that they're not welcome, somebody's always welcome. You can always watch the shows. You could always, participate where you can. I'm not the police. I'm not the YouTube executioner. But for me personally, it's like there's certain behaviors and certain things that I don't tolerate. And one thing for me, when I see that somebody is basically spiraling in front of me, as a controlling, caring, past EMT person, I want to fix it. And being from another planet on the other side of the world, of course, I'm not from Mars, because that's where men are from. But it's hard not to want to fix it or want to get rid of it. Like, we're not here to... All right, this is the thing. This is what I want to say. Somebody told me this when I was really young. I've always had this mentality of, hey, how can I help you? Oh, hey, my friend needs money. What can I do to try and help my friend? Or, hey, my friend needs a babysitter and I can't do it. Let me find another one of my friends that could possibly do it. Like, I was always a person that wanted to go above and beyond to try and help somebody. And I would get really upset when I couldn't do it. Hey, Nomad Beads. And so what one of my friends told me is that, like, Ivana, you can't save the world. Like, you're not super save-a-ho. And I'm like, well, but what if I could? Or, but hey, I have before. I've helped this person before, and I've helped that person before, and it feels great to have that satisfaction of helping somebody. But there's some people that have to want to help themselves first. Like, you can't lead a juice horse to the juice bar and force feed them the juice. I know, I changed that all up a little bit. But basically, at some point, it's helpful. And this is what I learned throughout my life. I guess if this is the whole PSA for the whole stream, this is what it is. You have to help the person by allowing them to help themselves. And sometimes that means to kind of nudge them forward out into the world and let them be. Because if you keep enabling them and allowing them to come back over and over, right, exactly. That was my next point. Lori Shields, good morning. Basically, unless they accept your help, it's pointless. Exactly. And if you try over and over and over and over and over helping them, you're now wasting your time, which that's another lesson from today's stream. And I'm over here just teaching lessons, but don't make it, I feel like it's like I'm like dictating to you guys. When I do these types of rants or these types of lives, I'm mainly talking to myself, and I'm like trying to, I guess, tell myself how to process some things that, you know, I've seen lately, and this is what's been going on lately, and it's like something that I feel like I could learn from. So I'm like, I'm sharing it with you guys so that maybe it could possibly help you guys. You could see me as a know-it-all bitch that doesn't, you know, whatever. It don't matter to me. It does, but it doesn't. You know what I mean? I did it for years until I got into an accident, ruining my spine and neck. Once I couldn't help, they were gone, except for a few people. That's very sad. I'm so sorry, Aurora. And I, like, that just made the pit of my stomach. Like, yeah. Because, I mean, I've seen that too. I've gone through things to where I felt I've needed people and they weren't there. But the thing is, I'm also not one to ask for help. So when I got in similar situations or had a need for somebody else, I don't necessarily think that I reached out like the people that reach out to me all the time. So it's like, you have to be wanting to help yourself. I guess that's the core freaking story point from today. You have to help yourself in order to be able to help others. You have to be good with yourself in order to be able to be good with others. Or, you know, you have to love yourself before you can love anybody else. And it's like a lesson that I guess I'm trying to learn in life. And it's hard. But I've been on YouTube in different, you know, one thing that I used YouTube for one time, my Jeep. I had just gotten it, and I got it from work. So I was extra upset because I had bought it from work. And, you know, the place that you work, you expect to have grade A service. Everything's amazing. So I got a Jeep Wrangler, and probably about 3 weeks after I got it, it wouldn't go into gear. So this is a fun story. You guys, can you guess what happened? What did I use YouTube for? I just got a Jeep. The Jeep wouldn't go into gear. And I had a husband at the time, which is, you know, like, man's job, my dude. That really should have been you, but I guess I'm the man. I looked up why my 2010 Jeep Wrangler would not go into gear and how to fix it. So it turned out there was just empty every pocket. Right. Amen. Exactly. And my coffee's always better when my man makes my coffee. It's so good. And so I'm trying to cut Starbucks and Dunkin', because as you see, I got a little chubby. But I watched the tutorial how to fix it, and it was actually a woman that had like the full mechanic suit on, and I'm just like, wow, that uniform's pretty hot. All right, I might like women today. No, I'm just kidding. But it showed me a tutorial on how to fix it. You just climb underneath it. Thank you, Rosemary. I love the little emojis. That made my Tuesday. Thank you. But all you had to do was crawl up underneath it, and there was this, I think, shift differential. There was something that went wrong with Jeeps that year to where the little, and it was like the silliest thing. It was like a little handle, flappy handle, metal piece that had like a little, I don't know words this early in the morning, like a little pluggy with a hole in it that went around the thing, and it would move it as the thing goes, but the little pluggy would wear out and not grasp as hard as it should, and then it would slip off. So you take a zip tie, and you got to be careful because there's hoses, and they'll get hot, so that'll burn out, and you could it could be bad. So you don't put it around the hoses. You zip tie it to the other metal piece. Seal. Thank you, Mimi. And it fixed it. So my ass crawls underneath the Jeep. Just high heels and freaking nails and all. I used to be girly back in the day. Thank you so much, Helena. Thank you. You guys, if you got a membership from Helena, please let her know that you appreciate her. Because I do. You're amazing. Thank you so much. So I crawl under the Jeep. Like I said, I used to be girly. High heels, nails, hair did and all. And I'm zip tying these pieces, and I'm holding the freaking flashlight with my mouth. I mean, it was a sight to see. If I would have had YouTube at that time, that would have been the video. I mean, that would have been it. And so I zip tie the piece together myself from a YouTube video from a lady mechanic that, like, it was 10 years prior to that. And I was just like, woo, thank God. That was awesome. I felt like, you know, the woman in the 50s ad that, like, is got the red do-rag on or the bandana wrapped and she's got her like this. That was me that day. I felt like that woman. So, Kathy, good morning, PJ, you and Dolly. Please say some prayers for my husband, his biopsies. Definitely. We want to say some prayers for Miss Kathy's husband and his biopsy today. We gather together and believe everything to be in perfect working order in Jesus' name. Amen. Everything will be okay. I know. It's scary, though. I hate tests or any type of events like that. It always makes me anxious. I hate it. So prayers for you too, Miss Kathy. But yeah, so the story ends with that. And definitely, you can do anything you put your mind to, but you have to want to do it. You have to be the one to do it. You have to initiate, like, you know, I can cut sugar, but I have to be the one to want to do it. I have to be the one to take all the steps to do it. And I can have, you know, thank you so much, Miss Kathy, floating hearts. I can have Jimmy encouraging me by helping, you know, making my coffee, because I just get up and kind of just, I take my showers the night before, and so I just kind of just get up, just throw whatever on and come, and, you know, so, like, it helps when he's up and he makes my coffee for me. It's like the little things, like the smallest little gesture. It's just like, he loves me. I absolutely love him. So it's perfect. But you can do anything you want to do, but it's not helpful to enable somebody, and sometimes the way to help them is to kind of nudge them out of your circle. Does that make sense? Sometimes I go all over the place. I used to really have notes back in the day when I actually first started my channel, because I know I can kind of squirrel and go outside of what I really want to say, but ultimately it's like it's always some type of final, like, purpose to my video, if that makes sense. But I did meet Jimmy, who I've been with going on 3 years, on YouTube. Well, in person, but technically first seen him on YouTube. You knew what I meant. And now I gotta go to work. Yeah. Boundaries are very important. And a lot of people don't seem to recognize boundaries lately. It's like we're in this society and social environment, especially in my opinion, to where people just have like a very entitled mindset. And so once, you know, for me personally, once somebody messes up a few times and then they refuse to acknowledge that they mess up and they don't apologize and they continue to try to do something over and over that, you know, I don't approve of, that I don't accept within my social circle, I personally, for myself, I remove them. And then that's actually why there's a handful of people that still go around places and shit talk me, simply for that reason, because I don't allow them in my social circle, because I don't accept their behavior or their lack of empathy, lack of apologies. And that's my personal preference. We can agree to disagree that, hey, you're human, I'm human, we can live peacefully together. I mean, I can have a conversation with anybody, but that doesn't mean that I have to include them closely in my circle. And people don't really, like, they feel that they have to be included and they're entitled to be there when they're not. And you know, what's funny is that Bullhorn Betty said this one time, and I was like, she's not trying to get followers, is she? Because she says stuff like, you know, this is a chat that you're not entitled to be in, or something of that nature. I don't remember exact words, but I was thinking to myself when she said it, the one time I ever watched her, because I can't stand her. That's my thing also. If I don't like something, or something somebody's saying, or I disagree with something, I'm not going to sit around watching it. It's a big, huge waste of time. Time is the one thing that you never get back. Time is the biggest currency in life. You never get it back. Don't waste it by sitting around listening to something or someone that you severely disagree with and dislike. It's weird. But yeah, above the trees, I come from for YouTube for anything and everything. Right, exactly. Me too. I've done so many different things with YouTube. It's an amazing platform. It definitely started as a dating app, which check, been there, done that, works. Do it yourself videos, tutorial videos, makeup videos, drama reality show type fix videos, true crime videos. So like, man, it does it all. It's amazing. I watch stuff I disagree with because you might learn something. I agree. There's sometimes that I do that also. Give me a second. Yeah, you met the love of your life on YouTube. That's ironic, right? It started out as a dating site. It is, right? And I watch stuff I disagree with also, but there's a difference between watching stuff that I disagree with and watching stuff that I dislike. Like, I'm going to have to run. I got mom duties. All right, you guys. Thank you so much. You got the point. Basically, I'm not going to sit here and just preach you to death. But just, you know, make sure you keep time to yourself. And have a good rest of your day. Try to be kind to someone. Icicle.